In commissioning art for the 2nd Avenue subway, we had an opportunity like never before. We had these 4 major stations where we could commission artists to make a statement like no other.
Mosaics are a very ancient art form, traditional to the New York City subway system. They are durable, they stand up to the very challenging environments that we have within the transit system. And the work that was completed really pushes the boundaries of what Mosaic can do at each of the 4 stations.
We are very proud to have been able to commission Jeannie Shin, Vik Muniz, Chuck Close, and Zehra for the artwork for the 2nd Avenue subway.
Jeannie Shin looked at the transformation of the community from when the elevated trains were demolished, which can be seen in her mosaic and ceramic tile and glass throughout the station.
I wanted the viewer who's going to be going underground to kind of have a moment of an experience that is no longer there. As you descend down to the mezzanine level, you are filled with the mosaic of skies and beautiful New York landscape. Seeing mirrors of other New Yorkers among them who are both present but also historically in the past. A lot of this was taking those photographs and then extracting them and then doing the design work on the computer, creating a new collage, a new landscape. I hired fabricators, mosaic artists, another is a ceramic artist and glass artists, and they really translate my designs into their work. This is why I do the work I do. It's art for the people.
Vik Muniz is an artist that's worked in a number of ways with photography and sort of how you look at art, so we knew we would get something interesting.
I thought of creating these effigies of people that would be life-size, so they would mix with the flowing passages. This is on 72nd and 2nd Avenue. There's a lot of social and ethnical diversity there. So we wanted to work with all these elements to produce a gamma of characters that would represent the people who use the station. Even though I'm a photographer, I've been a mosaic artist all my life. As a whole, there are over 36 characters. They're at the same time mundane, common, and surprising, people who you would expect to find in a train station, but not as an artwork.
The interesting role at the MTA is that artists are selected to create artwork, and then they work with fabricators, craftsmen who really know their field. The artists worked very, very closely with each of the fabricators, thinking about how they could translate their work into this new medium of glass and ceramic mosaic. At 86th Street, Chuck Close's work is this incredible realization of his work. He is actually taking mosaic and glass for the very first time and reimagining what they can mean.
I love the highlights on the glasses, too. I have like 12 new pairs of glasses. So I was thinking, every month, you should swap out the glasses. My thinking was, I wanted mosaics upstairs to reflect the ridership in the cars below. Old people, young people, baby, Asian, black woman, black man, someone from out of left field, like Posey. But the other thing was I wanted to do, as much as possible, each piece in a different methodology.
Close has been able to take the medium of mosaic and push it to new levels.
Chuck Close spent his whole career looking at faces and painting portraits. So as you go through the station, it's almost like a class in how one artist looked at people over decades. Zehra named her piece Blueprint for a Landscape, and she consciously wanted blue. It's the color used in traditional ceramic making and in architecture in blueprints. And she wanted this piece to unspool like a set of plans.
What's really exciting to me about this project is this idea that the entire subway station can become an immersive experience. The next time you come and you can go into another entrance or another exit and you have a different experience of really the same world, but in a different phase or a different time of day.
So throughout all of the images, there's like an overall thrust of the composition, but in the details you'll find very familiar objects. You'll find feathers, or paper, or chairs.
So this idea that I could do every entranceway and the mezzanine level as well, and that the work could unfold over your movement through the station. Maybe you don't realize what your experience of it until the third time you go through the space, that can grow over time, and the luxury of having repeat visits, of having that kind of time, is like no other place.
The Second Avenue subway is this incredible opportunity to build a subway line that's been in the works for many, many years, to incorporate artwork into brand new stations, and to make people feel like they are connected to their fellow New Yorkers.
Subway. As you fly swiftly underground with a song in your ears or lost in the maze of a book, remember the ones who descended here into the mire of bedrock to bore a hole through this granite to clear a passage for you where there was only darkness and stone. Remember as you come up into the light.